Tell, Changing the Game, Freedom Legacy Team, all the groups out there. Just want to shout you guys out and thank you guys for being here. And we are going to get started. Let's give a big wave to kick it off. Thank you guys for having your cameras on. If you're just listening, my name is David Ciemny. I'm so proud to be here with y'all and just share a real, more like a story, but more importantly, guys, I want to share a pretty cool message. So you guys, my name is David Ciemny, and I'm about to turn 48. I can't believe it, on Sunday. So I'm accepting donations to my birthday fund. I'm kidding. Just go on my page, say hello, David Ciemny, and I love getting birthday messages. Who doesn't, right? It's so fun that one day a year when 300 people say hi to you. It's pretty cool. So I'm about to turn 48 years old. I still can't believe I'm knocking on 50, but I will say a guy told me I looked 37 the other day. So he told me I looked 10 years younger, which I credit to our liquid collagen that you've heard has just gone viral. But tonight we're going to talk about a little company we all know and love called Modere. Social retail, changing the game. It's the most rewarding way to earn income online. And we fully believe that now is the time more than any time. I know you hear that a lot, but boy, there's a lot of uncertainty out there in the world right now. It's a little wild. I'm not going to lie. And so what we can control is not politics, not wars, not rumors of wars, not weather. We can't control all that stuff, but we can control us, how we act, how we how we react, our work ethic, our time, what we choose to focus on. And so right now, it's all about eliminating distractions and narrowing it down to those one or two key, income producing activities in your life that are going to drive the financial vehicle. And then on the other side of it, we want to be driving the health vehicle. Because I don't know about you guys, but I want to be here for a really long time. I love this little place called Earth. And, knock on wood, before God calls me home, I want to live the best life and help as many people as I possibly can. So guys, I'm from Southern California. I was born in Northern California, and I've lived a pretty awesome life. I kind of worked my way up. My first job was at Pier 1 Imports. I was cutting grass on the side and cleaning pools, and I worked my way up to assistant manager. I met this guy named Richard Dashit. He produced Fleetwood Mac's Rumors album. I started a band when I was in high school. This guy got a big investor and signed my band in Thousand Oaks, California. And I got a record deal when I was 18 years old. So I started touring with musicians and I was on the road, and I just had an incredible career. In 1999, you guys, I was on my way to play Woodstock, the actual Woodstock festival in New York. And my band broke up and I was crushed. It was every dream I had ever had. I was in my early 20s, didn't know what to do. So lo and behold, I decided to do what I love, and I pursued a career in the music industry. I went on the road, started touring with bands, worked my way up to what's called a tour manager, basically the main boss on the tour. I've traveled with celebrities. I've traveled with, everyone from Lauryn Hill to, Billy Idol, Flyleaf, Kings of Chaos. There's Chester from Linkin Park. I worked for Billy Joel, Elton John. I mean, I worked for Johnny Cash, believe it or not, all the Johnnies, John Denver, John Cash. And so, guys, I've had an incredible career. There I am with the founder of Woodstock down there with Lauryn Hill, Miss Lauryn Hill. That picture was in Sweden. But it was an incredible career, kind of culminating into this girl that kind of has a funny name. She's sort of like my claim to fame. Met her, just as one of my gigs, and she just, had a kind of a funny name. And my dad said, "Who you working for?" I said, "Lady Gaga." And he said, "Nice career move, son." Turned out it worked out pretty well. Traveled the world with her. My wife Angela down there in the middle ended up being her personal assistant. One thing we cared about when my wife and I got married was we wanted to have kids. We wanted to raise a family. And you could probably imagine being on the road and traveling and touring around. was not super conducive to raising a family. Okay. But Lady Gaga, bless her heart, she made it her mission to bring my wife on tour. I was running the tour, doing all the hiring and firing and getting us from A to Z, from 5 continents, from the Arctic Circle all the way to Vietnam and everywhere in between. But my wife was her personal assistant. And in those small moments and pockets of time on the road, my wife and I were able to, let's just say, work on the business of raising a family. And so lo and behold, we're at the border of Canada, and we're sitting there, and I get this call from Gaga, and I'm trying to get us into the country. And Gaga says, David, you have to come to the tour bus right now. And I said, Gaga, I'm trying to get us to our gig. Our bus driver had a DUI. So Canada's like, nope, you ain't coming in here. And I'm like, we got to go. I run into the bus. Gaga's saying, it's urgent, get in here. And I walk into the back lounge of the bus, and Lady Gaga and my wife are standing there. And I'm like, what's wrong? And she holds up the pregnancy test, and it's positive. And we all broke down in tears. That was in 2009, you guys. And my son, Heston, was born. So you guys, everything changed. I don't know how many of you drop it in the chats, if you're parents, if you're moms, if you're dads. But man, I love my parents, okay? I'm an only child, so I don't know about siblings, but I love my parents. But nothing could have ever prepared me for the love that I have for my children. Nothing ever could have prepared me. When I saw this little guy come out, I was just bawling. I cut that umbilical cord and I held that little kid after Angela, my wife, held him, and his name is Heston James Ciemny, and that kid is now 14 years old. But I'll never forget that day watching my son be born. It changed everything for me. I instantly thought, man, I'm going to have to take him camping and do all these things and provide for him. And I realized that living a life on the road, as glamorous it was, having Donatella Versace call me on my cell phone and partying with, Bruce Springsteen and Madonna, like, ooh, that's really glamorous. But you know what was more glamorous was the idea that I could be a good father to my son. My bishop at church said, hey, David, you got to figure this out and find something where you're not going to be gone for the next 2 years of your life. So lo and behold, enter stage right. Normally you say exit stage left. Enter stage right. I meet this incredible woman named Ozma. It's funny. I went to from $1 billion woman to another $1 billion woman. I met this amazing woman named Ozma. I actually applied for a job with her, and she kind of sat down with me and said, who's this guy? She made me the vice president of her brand new collagen company. This girl had a background in manufacture formulation. She went to Princeton. She had dual MBAs in marketing and finance from Rice. I mean, this woman had more accolades. Of course, now she's like in Forbes magazine, top woman CEO. She's all over. Her accolades just go days and days. But I met her in 2009, guys, when she was starting this brand new company. And I just thought, wow, this is going to be big. Patented liquid collagen. And it's going to blow up. It's going to be a game changer. So fast forward, I am living literally the life of my dreams. This is my wife, Angela. My youngest son is Colton Judd. My middle son, Dawson, John. And Dawson just started cross country and he plays baseball. And then my oldest, Heston James, who was that little tiny baby you just saw a minute ago. We live here in Southern California, a little place called Alta Loma near Claremont and Rancho Cucamonga area. And, I work from home. I never thought I would have this life to be able to wake up and just work from home. I'm one of those people where it says, work from home, ask me how, I'm one of those people. If you've ever wondered like how some people have figured out how to, fire their boss and not have to report and punch a clock. And heck, I hadn't set an alarm clock all summer. Just this last week, they started school and I'm like, I'm getting up at 6:15. What is this Franken turtle bull donkey, man? So here I am working from home, guys. And there's one thing that has been a component for success. There's a required type of mindset that I have learned that you got to have. And so I just want to take you through a few things here, some ways to make money. I'm going to share 4 basic points that most people are kind of looking for. And then we're going to hit on 5 reasons why Modere. What is it with our company that sets us apart? So let me jump in, guys. Number 1, you've probably heard about culture. Culture is king. And culture eats strategy for lunch or breakfast, whatever that quote is. But I'm going to tell you right now, culture is a community, people that care about each other. They have similar values. They lift each other up. It's not always about money. My brain thinks, oh yeah, money, money, money. And how can we help other people and mentor and coach? But the collaboration, in Modere, unlike any company in sort of the affiliate space or the online social space, I've never seen a company like Modere where the leaders come together. Right now, as I speak, I'm streaming live into teams that don't have a financial interest in me or my success. I'm doing it because we're collaborative, and people come into our groups. In other companies, there's this like catty, competitive, jealous kind of weird thing that goes on. And if you're in one of those companies right now, I'm sorry for you, but just know that here in our company, we work together. We have a real transformative model where we work to grow the individual. One of the things that Ozma used to say when people would come into our company early on in the early days, she would say, we want to leave people better than we found them. What that means is we don't want people to leave our company, but guess what? That's normal. People change companies, they change jobs. They get tired of looking at the same person, whatever it is, and that's life. But we want to know that we did our best to teach them and help them learn the skills and marketing and personality traits and leadership skills to help them be successful in any entrepreneurial endeavor, guys. And so that's the culture we have here. Now, there's 2 types of mindsets. And my mentor always told me, Darren Hardy, the publisher of Success Magazine, he's a friend of mine. He texts me and he pushes me. My mentor, Darren Hardy, always told me that only about 50% of people are actually wired to be entrepreneurs. And I'm like, what does that mean? Does it mean so like 50% of everybody is really got a fixed mindset? They need to be a follower. They need to be told what time to wake up, what time to be at work, what time to punch a clock and go to lunch, what they need to do, punching widgets and doing the same thing every single day. To me, that's the definition of total insanity. But here's the difference. The growth mindset says, I may not know how to do it, but I'm going to figure it out. Who is it? Was it Richard Branson that says, hey, jump out of the plane, and put the parachute on while you're falling? I don't know. I don't know that quote either. Someone could type it in the chat. But the deal is this business is 90% experienced knowledge. There's no real classroom here to learn everything there is to know. If you can be excited the same way you share a restaurant or a product that you talk to people, you can do this business. It doesn't require a bunch of special skills. I'm not a techie. Heck, I was nervous as heck trying to stream on 15 groups and do the waiting room on the Zoom and hope everything went right. I still don't even know if it's working. I see Vanessa smiling, so it must be working. But the deal is if you have a growth mindset, it's about abundance. It's about possibilities, not brick walls, not everything that can go wrong. And, Dr. Shad Helmstetter is a close personal mentor of mine. And he wrote the book, Negative Self-Talk and How to Change It. It changed my life. It was $4 on Amazon. It'll change your life. I don't make royalties from that book, by the way. But I'm going to tell you right now, he taught me the power of positive thinking. He taught me that you can change your brain. If you're wired to walk into a room and notice all the problems. Ooh, there's a spot on the wall. You can change that. Sean Acor talked about the happiness advantage. You can walk into a room and train your brain to say, wow, I love this color, and look for the positives in every situation, even when it's negative, even when it's tough. And so you have the ability to change your mindset into a growth mindset. And that's what we foster here at Modere. And by the way, guess what? You don't pay every month for that. You don't have to pay the people that you join on their teams. You don't pay them every month for counseling and mentoring and support. Like if you're in their business, they have a joint equity stake interest in your success. In other words, the better you do, the better they do. And you're the CEO of your own business in this. So really, there's 3 ways to make money. And most people, we've been trained since birth, go out and get a job. JOB stands for just over broke. You get paid dollars for time traded for hours. Now, if you're like me, I've come to learn, heck, 47, almost 48, I've learned there's one thing we will never get back. Who can type it in the chat? It's our time. Time is everything. It's more important than money. I study deathbed confessions and interviews. It's a weird kind of hobby for me because I want to know those people that have lived their life and now they know they're going to die. What do they say? What can we learn from that? I didn't mean to bring the energy down, but follow me for 30 seconds here. You know what they think about? They don't ever say, I wish I worked harder. They don't ever say, I wish I spent more time with all those coworkers that I didn't like how they popped their gum and how they sneezed every 3 minutes. They didn't say, I wish I, spent more time away from my family. It's the total opposite. It's, I wish I would have stayed in touch with my friends. I wish I would have had more fun and traveled more when I was able to, not when I was too old to enjoy it. My wife and I, we took a trip around the world when I was 35 years old. I had sold a home and made a little extra money. We left for 6 months, locked up the house, and went to 42 countries. I did that in my 30s. Why? Before we had kids, because my wife said, let's have a baby. I'm like, I've been all over the world, but all I see is convention centers. It's like, I need to see the world. You guys, life is too short. I think we can all agree with all the craziness in the world right now. Life is too short. So when you get a job, here's what you do. You limit yourself to the dollar amount that someone is willing to pay you. True or true? Someone says, well, like I've got a guy right now clearing my brush clearance. I got a 3-acre lot in in St. George, Utah. And one guy was like, hey, I'll do it for 800. Another guy said, I'll do it for 1,600. And it's like, that's a pretty wide range. But guess what? I'm not paying anybody $10,000 or $100,000 to go clear my lot. It's not going to happen. So what we do in our careers, guys, is we let society tell us what we're worth. And unfortunately, getting a 5% raise every 2 or 3 years or a wage that declines, letting somebody else dictate your future is not really comfortable. If you're good with it, we got to pay the bills, totally get it. I'm not knocking a job. That's what most people do. But the second way you can make money is to start a business. And so many people don't have the wherewithal or the cash upfront investment to be able to start a business. So having a turnkey operation where all the websites done, all the product fulfillment, all the R&D and design and marketing, all of the formulation, everything's done for you. And you just plug and play. It's like you get in the car and drive it. Do you have to go out and build a car before you buy it? No, who would do that? Nobody knows how to do that. But anyone could just say, hey, I'm going to get in this and go. So starting a business is number 2. And then number 3, you got to invest. But why is it that the rich get richer, where 63% of people do not have more than $400 in the bank? You guys, I heard that statistic and it blew my mind. It said that like 60 people are one paycheck away from total bankruptcy and financial ruin. Not to be doom and gloom, but guys, you say, oh, I got to invest and buy stocks. My son just bought $1,000 of stock today from his little shoe hustle that he does. He made $3,000 this summer. And he came down, he said, Dad, I got to buy this stock. I said, are you sure? He goes, I'm willing to risk this $1,000. Boom. He invested his money. We'll see what it does. But I'm going to tell you right now, guys, it takes money to what? Make money. So if you want to invest, you got to make enough money to do that. But most people are just, the money comes in and the money goes out of your bank account. Your bank account is like a carousel. So guys, starting a business is the way. You have your plan A. Jim Rohn, my mentor, my other mentor said, let your plan A pay your bills. Let your plan B create your dreams, help you live the good life, help you get out of debt, help you dream, help you take that trip, help you do the things you've always wanted to do. So guys, if you don't have some type of side hustle, let's get going, because everybody's looking for more income. Walk up to anybody on the street and say, would you like less income or more income? Would you like more options or less options? You want more flexibility, or you want to be locked in a literal box and cage for 40 years? The 40-40-40 plan. I'm going to work for 40 years, then I'm going to retire on 40% of the income I was making, and I'm going to do this for 40 hours a week for 40 years. Give me a break. It's actually worse than that now. People, they work from home. She get roped into like working longer hours. Guys, been there, done that, ain't going back, baby. You want more time and freedom and flexibility. So let's take a look at Modere. Somebody invited you here. You've probably seen the spoon post, seen that liquid collagen, seen all those awesome products. Maybe you're a customer. What is it about Modere? I'm going to start with the last bullet point: proven stability in uncertain times. Guys, I see companies come and go. I started in the corporate world of direct sales. I worked for almost 13 to 14 years. I was at a multi-billion-dollar company on the event team, and then I started with Ozma as her vice president from 2009 to 2016. I was a vice president. I was on the corporate side. During that time, we watched companies start up, rise, and crash to the ground, go out of business. We saw people go from company to company to company to company like they were changing shoes. You can't blame them. Sometimes companies shut down. They change their compensation plan. They change their products. They water it down. The leaders have egos. The ego's not their amigo. John Milton phrase. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, Modere is stability. And I can see it every month in my business. We've got over 4.5 million customers. We've done over 2 billion in global sales, $1 billion in commissions, year-over-year growth. Now, some years, has it been wild, crazy growth, like triple digit? Of course. Has it been, have we had slower years? Of course. What business doesn't kind of go up and down? But if you look at it on an X and Y axis, year over year, our company grows. Our products in demand, they want them. And here's the clincher, guys, if you're taking notes, 85% of our overall revenue is generated from real customers. That is so far away from any type of scheme, scam, anything that you've heard of in the sort of direct sales, network marketing type of space. We're a social marketing company. We have an affiliate link program that I'll share more about it. And we're a viral online brand that appeals to people that would never touch a business like this. Why? Because you have something for everybody. You know our hero products. You bring people in with hero products like the liquid biocell and the trim. You've heard about all that. But guess what they stay for? Stuff like the Tree Biotic, right? And the EWG verified oral care line, the only one out there, the mouthwash and the toothpaste. They stay for products that continue to be used every single month, time and time again. That's called sticky volume. My good friend and mentor, Margie Alley Prandy, who's made over $20 million in the company, she told me that first trip I made out to Dallas, she said, David, I didn't want to sell laundry detergent either because I was a collagen snob. I didn't want to sell toothpaste. She said, I didn't want to sell that. But you know what I realized? There are companies that are billions and billions of dollars that have been around for 50 years plus in this industry. I worked for one of them. And what do they sell the most? Products that run out and they have to reorder. Why wouldn't you want your friends and family to purchase everyday healthy products from you instead of the Waltons? The Walton family is the richest family in America. They don't need any more money. Target, they don't need any more of your money. We need to bring it back local to support each other. And we have all the awards, a third-party validation. These products are rock stars. You can literally eat off the floor at our 300,000 square foot manufacturing facility in Springville, Utah. We have a headquarters in Newport Beach, beautiful building, all research-backed, based. Our liquid collagen has 7 patents, 37 clinical trials, our award-winning weight loss system. We have the most awarded collagen product in the world. You've probably seen that spoon post and all these incredible transformations with the lean body system. Guess what? The lean body system and our collagen is like a money printing machine. It never gets old. So you may think, oh, okay, I've seen that before. Guess what? There's 100 people that haven't seen it. There's 8 billion people in the world now. So guys, we're in 29 countries and we're growing. The liquid collagen HA matrix technology is the best in the world, often imitated, never duplicated. You've seen company after company after company. Since 2009, Ozma and I and the corporate team and all the field, all the people that have been here for over a decade, we've watched as company after company after company ad infinitum has copied our model. but they can't touch us. Why? Intellectual property, baby. It is the most awarded and most effective collagen hyaluronic acid matrix in a liquid form on the planet. The before and after speak for themselves, whether it's hair health, nails, eyes, gums, your gingival health, right? Your joints, your skin, all of the above. There's never been a foundational health product like this product. And it only gets better with our topical. Gosh, you guys, we have the Microbond topical liquid BioCell hair Microbond shampoo and conditioner coming out in 2 weeks on, I think, the 23rd. That's going to be revolutionary for people that want to support their hair. Who doesn't want healthy hair? So guys, we have the products. The point is we have products that people want in multiple verticals of products. Okay, whether you're into green, home essentials, personal care, all the vitamins, protein powders, all of that stuff, it's all great stuff. Or the hero products like our liquid BioCell and our trim, all those that kind of get people's attention. They've heard about it. They want to order from you. Why not get that market share? The business model, look, you see a picture of a cell phone and a TikTok logo. And if you're like me, your mind goes, oh, I'm not on TikTok. I'm not one of those. I don't want to dance around and make videos. It's okay. Inhale, exhale out. You can build this business however you want. You can build it online, offline. We have Amish. Okay, we have business people. We have doctors with busy practices. We have influencers. We have stay-at-home moms. We have tech titans. We have celebrities. We've got everybody in between. And if you're 18 or over, you can do this business. You just got to learn your niche and start sharing it. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's nothing like a simple system. It truly is so easy, like a fifth grader can do it. And all you do is you share your link, share your code with other people, follow the system. The apps and tools that we have from your phone or your computer, laptop, iPad, whatever, they're all duplicatable, and we don't have to pay monthly for them. You pay the one-time fee, an annual fee of like $39. You buy your product, you come in, and that is included. I've never seen a robust software system, and I've been many years on corporate side, never seen such a robust software system that helps you run your marketing. Let me tell you about my friend Amber. She used to be a pharmaceutical rep. She drove around all day long over like 100-mile area, and Amber would go into like a doctor's office, and she'd have Starbucks hanging off out of her purse and scones and muffins and all these drinks spilling all over her car. And she'd go in and she would just say, hey guys, can I just get 2 or 3 minutes of your time? And she'd be selling them pharmaceutical drugs that she didn't even necessarily really believe in, but she was great at it. She was great talking to people, but it never quite fulfilled her. And in the meantime, her young kids, her 3 young kids, 2 girls and 1 boy, they wanted a mom that would be there for them, but she was gone all day long. So she found our business about 6.5 years ago, and she got to work. She wasn't perfect, but I'll tell you what, she knew how to work a cell phone. She knew how to get on social media. She got to work, and she stayed consistent. And then she was consistent about being consistent. Amber got about 150 customers a year over the last 6.5 years. And I just talked to her about 2 hours ago. She's got over 1,000 customers, actually about 1,055 to be exact, in her database of customers. They don't all order at once. Sometimes they order more. Sometimes they don't order for a year. Sometimes they order every month. But she has leveraged her time to build a career and an asset that is a willable asset for her family that produces income time and time again, month after month. And you can do the math. We're not allowed to make income claims. So you can just say if she's got over 1,000 customers, let's say she has about 7,500 to 15,000 in points every month, depending on the month. You can do the math on that commission. And that is just the affiliate side, her own efforts and the referrals of her customers. On the other side of it, she's built an incredible sales team that continues to pay dividends. So awesome. People are winning. These are the collagen gangsters that we got on our team. It's so much fun. People from all walks of life. it starts with a post, a curiosity post. And, if you had, let's say, just 30 customers and maybe say 3,100 points every month, which isn't a lot, by the way, in any linear business, 30 customers ordering a month, not a huge thing. That gets you a comma check in our company, guys. So the compensation, let me just get right to the brass tacks and we'll wrap it up. And thanks for being all in with us, guys. I hope you're getting some value tonight. I hope you'll get back to the person that invited you. We have got incentive trips. Here's our team on a private island. We got a yacht, and they all earn this. They had to work hard, okay? This isn't like a lottery ticket. But we took them on a private yacht. I think we were down in Dominican Republic. We played football in the water and played on the beach. Just such a fun time. And you get these trips, you get this swag, you get these up to $300 product credits every month. It's just such a fun time, guys, to have twice daily pay. I mean, how many times do people pay you twice? And just hold on to me right now. Let's say you're DoorDashing, you're Ubering, you're Lyfting, all that stuff. Not knocking it at all. But I'm going to tell you what, wear and tear in your car, gas, your time, what is that worth? What if you put, instead of driving around all over, making other people rich, just to get enough money to fill your tank and get paid every other day or once a week or whatever and cash out? What if you just spent an hour a day building a little bit of a customer database? And maybe you got 5 customers one month. Maybe you get 2 the next month. Maybe you get 10 in November because everybody blows up in November here at Modere. And after a year, maybe you've got 40, 50 customers. And that income, as they order and they reorder and they get stuff and they're in your account and they're locked to you for years, 2, 3, 4, 5 years go by, guys, you're building up an incredible base of business that will start to grow as long as you nurture it. You don't have to work it every single day. You don't have to show up. You got no boss. But I'm going to tell you what, nothing ever great happens if you hold back. My mom told me that. I'm going to tell you right now, you can do the math. Here's our compensation plan. You want to get back to the person that shared this with you. I've got some friends that are doing this. Brett's an x-ray technician from Oregon Air Force vet. Makes a comma check. Sometimes his check's up, sometimes it's down. But if he has between 10 and 30 customers that order in any given month, and he gets between 1,000 and 3,000 points, he gets 20 to 30% of that. It's kind of a tiered system where depending on how many people order, you get more. What's cool is at the end of the month, let's say you have, 9 customers and you're like, if I get 10, I get a pay raise. So the last day of the month, you're like, I just need 1 customer and I get a pay raise, right? It's an incredible business. Jagu just started with us a couple months ago, registered nurse from Wisconsin, making a really, just get started, 15, 30 customers, nothing huge. And you know what? Boom, that money comes in handy. My good friend Emily from Oregon, by way of Arizona, been with us 2 or 3 years now. She's done that whole thing. She just keeps going. Maybe 1 month she gets 1 customer. Maybe 1 month she gets 3, 4, 5 customers. But every month she's building a foundation and another foundation. Do people drop off? Yeah. But you know what? A lot of people stay in and a lot of people keep ordering. And over the years, you build a big base of that, guys. You can do the math. And of course, my good friend Nina, she is crushing it. She's got a big team now. She is just doing so great. And you can do the math on this. We've got so many great, my good friend April, she's a chef in Alabama. Literally the last couple months, she was like, David, I want to run with this. Boom, got a comma check. Dr. Colkin, holistic medical doctor from Illinois. Gosh, practitioners are great with this. Who do you know that is in the skincare business? Who do you know that's a doctor? Who do you know that's an influencer? Who do you know that's a pastor, a teacher? Teachers do great at this. A real estate agent. Who do you know that's a stay-at-home mom? Who do you know that could take an extra 30 minutes or an hour a day and turn it into productivity? Our good friend Shalise Noel is a beauty and fashion influencer. Yeah, she's got a couple 100,000 followers, but you can see the math on her customer pod. It's pretty phenomenal. And she decided, hey, I'm going to go get a bunch of other friends and bloggers and influencers. And she built this big team. So she makes money from the affiliate links and all her customers. And she makes money from a team that she helps coach and mentor. And then, of course, last but not least, my good friends, James and Elaine, they were one of the first people that said yes to this opportunity, this business way back in 2010 in South Florida, in Tampa. Oh my gosh, Apollo Beach. And we drove around in James's Cadillac and we almost caught fire. And we were doing meetings over here, meetings over there. We hit the pavement, hit the ground running. And guess what? They're still here. What is it? 2023? What is that? 14 years. And here they are. See, James retired from General Motors. Elaine retired from the baking industry. They didn't want to trade their time for money anymore. And guess what? Now they live their best life. They own real estate. They get income. They have a great, great time. And most importantly, they're my family. So guys, I just want you to know you can do a lot of things in the 5-year career. I'm so glad I said yes in 2016, came out of corporate, joined the field. Gosh, now we've got 7,500 plus mark. Maybe it's up to 10,000 now. We've got 100,000 plus customers every single month in our business. Almost in between $750,000 and $1 million in customer points. You guys can do the math on that. Most people underestimate what they can do in 5 years. They overestimate what they can do in a year. I think that quote is right. Guys, we have all the apps. Share your link. Don't worry about the tech. It's pretty easy to figure out. You can do this. You've got support. You've got options. Ask yourself this: what do I want? More income, more options, more flexibility, more time. The choice is yours. So guys, to get started, there's a couple different packs. A basic pack is probably around a couple $100. That's a one-time. We all launch with a launch pack. If you're not serious, if you don't have a little bit of skin in the game, I know it takes like $1 million to start a Subway. Probably starts $500,000. Takes $2 million to start a Denny's franchise. Guys, $500 it's not going to kill you right now, but I'll tell you right now, in the month of September, we have double order bonuses for the first order. So if you join and then you have other people join, friends, family that want to start a business, your commission on their first order, say it's $500, you guys, that order commission is normally 30%. And so that'd be 150. Well, this month in September, guys, we got over 3 weeks left. It's 60%. That's $300 if I'm doing my math right on anybody that's joining. So, quick math, if you get to silver, 1,000, that's 200, on your customers, you get $75 in free product credit. If you got 4 business partners at 500 XM packs, okay, that'd be, $300 times 4, that's 1,200. And then you get a team leader bonus on top of it. It's almost $1,600, guys. So live the life of your dreams. Get back to the person that shared this presentation with you. Why not you? Why not now? Join tens of thousands of other people that just said, you know what? I'm going to use my time and leverage it to build something long-term, to build a residual income that my family can be proud of, that my friends will support. You guys, why not you? Why not now? Thank you so much for being here. I love and appreciate all of you. You can follow me at David Ciemny, Ciemny, on all my socials. It's just my name, David Ciemny. Appreciate you. Get back to the person that shared this with you. Get started. Tell them you want to get started right away so you can get those double bonuses for September on first order enrollments. Bye, everybody. Have an incredible evening. Thanks for being here. Bye.